The biggest risk is not taking any risk. Mark Zuckerberg built his massive technology empire on this exact belief. That philosophy successfully forged the world's youngest billionaire, but it also built a corporation that spends practically every day in court. Long before he ran a global network, Zuckerberg was a kid writing his own rules. At age 12, he coded a primitive messaging system he called ZuckNet, so his father's dental office could communicate without shouting across the hallway. By high school, he had built an artificial intelligence-driven music player called Synapse. Microsoft offered him nearly $1 million for the software. He turned them down. From the very beginning, Zuckerberg prioritized maintaining total control of his creations over following standard corporate systems. He carried that independent streak to Harvard University. It quickly escalated into a project called FaceMash. To build the site, he hacked into the school's secure servers, pulled the ID photos of his classmates, and put them online for people to rate without their permission. The stunt nearly got him expelled, but the website went incredibly viral overnight. For a young programmer, the lesson was clear. Breaking the rules yielded massive, immediate engagement. He applied this risk-taking hacker ethos to the Facebook, driving the rapid growth that convinced Peter Thiel to invest $500,000 in just 15 minutes. Moving fast worked. But what happens when you apply a reckless, rule-breaking philosophy to the personal data of billions of people? For years, Facebook operated under a single defining mantra: move fast and break things. The strategy was to hyper-iterate software, launch before it's perfect, and capture the market before anyone else could react. In the physical world, moving fast often looks like something else entirely. Just days after launch, his Harvard classmates Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss sued him. They claimed Zuckerberg took their source code and copied their idea to build a competing site. Facebook eventually settled the dispute for tens of millions of dollars. This pattern of bulldozing competition persists. In 2021, when Facebook rebranded, a separate firm named Meta Company begged them not to take their trademarked name. Facebook rebranded to Meta Platforms anyway, triggering another high-profile infringement lawsuit. In the logic of software development, you are just iterating. In reality, you are consistently trampling over other people's property rights. This graph illustrates the company's second core tenet: relentless user growth. Facebook designed its entire architecture around capturing real human identities and mapping their connections. That map requires an endless supply of behavioral data. In 2012, users sued the company for illegally tracking their browsing history via cookies, even after they had explicitly logged out. Meta ultimately agreed to pay $90 million to settle the claims. The extraction methods only grew more invasive. The state of Texas sued Meta for collecting the facial recognition biometrics of millions of residents without proper consent. That case ended in a $1.4 billion settlement. When you cannot mine enough data organically, you buy it. The Federal Trade Commission launched antitrust lawsuits against the company, targeting their aggressive acquisitions of rivals like Instagram and WhatsApp to maintain market dominance. When exponential expansion is your only metric for success, user privacy and free market competition simply become acceptable casualties. Zuckerberg has actively argued that entrepreneurs shouldn't worry about making mistakes. His logic is that history will overlook errors if the long-term value of the product is high enough. A broken line of code is just a temporary glitch. A broken social fabric creates permanent real-world casualties. The U.S. Department of Justice and HUD sued Facebook because its ad-serving algorithms allowed advertisers to restrict who could see housing ads based on race, religion, and national origin. The code itself was actively facilitating illegal discrimination. Across the country, dozens of families have filed lawsuits alleging that Meta deliberately engineered its platforms to be addictive, contributing to severe eating disorders, to clinical anxiety, and to teen suicides. At the furthest extreme of this fallout, Rohingya refugees filed a $150 billion class action lawsuit. They cited the platform's documented failure to stop the spread of hate speech that directly facilitated ethnic violence and genocide. These aren't minor software bugs that time will smooth over. They are deep, systemic scars engineered by the very mechanics of the platform. Meta currently exists in a permanent, global state of legal defense. Looking at this map, you can see the active blast radius of their legal battles. It stretches from massive privacy fines under the EU's GDPR to dozens of simultaneous civil suits in local US district courts. In the highly competitive ecosystem of Silicon Valley, Zuckerberg was right about one thing: refusing to take risks guarantees that a startup will fail. But that mindset has a terminal flaw. Moving fast and breaking things is a perfectly rational strategy for a 19-year-old hacker trying to build a college directory in his dorm room. When that product scales up to become the primary communication infrastructure for the human race, the founder is no longer the one taking the risk. The cost of breaking things is paid by society.